you ever asked yourself, why the heck is XRP breaking down below this 1 year plus support line that it's held all the way since November of 2024 when it started its massive bull run up? Not only that, but Ripple now has licenses in 75 countries around the world to do money market transactions. And XRP ETFs were just released late last year. So what the heck gives? Why is price not reflecting this? And why, in fact, is it down further than it's been before all of these things happened? Guys, I see this question all the time. And it's really funny, the answer, because in my years of experience trading, I see this same exact thing play out over and over again. And there's a handful of reasons that we can deduce as to why this happens that I want to break down for you guys, because I think it's really important to understand that news, not only does it not always mean that things are going to go up, but it typically actually can mean that things are going to do the opposite. So first, let's look at the ETFs, for example, right? XRP ETFs launch. Doesn't that mean that things are going to go up? I mean, they've been getting inflows like crazy, right? They've only had a handful of outflow days since they started existing as a composite altogether. But the reality is, guys, markets are always future focused, right? So if you actually look at ETF launches for crypto, there isn't a single ETF for crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, etc., that I've been able to find where 7 days after the launch, it was above the price of launch day. So this is a great example of how this plays out, right? Because when the market sees that it's coming, they price it in, they go ahead and pump the price because they know it's coming, and when it finally comes, boom, dump it, crush retail in the process. Not only that, XRP is bound to the flows of crypto altogether, and usually the thing that leads the way, of course, is Bitcoin. You have to understand, even though we're in the process of getting regulation for crypto, it is still viewed as a high-risk asset. So when things are going really well in the economy and it's booming, that's usually when we see times people put money into high-risk assets like crypto. But when things start to get dicey, questionable, and we start to see problems appearing in the market, that's typically when we start to see pullbacks, as we have as of recent. I think the funniest part to me too is things like, if we look back to 2024, I recall there was a time when things started going off the chain, but there was really no news associated with why that bull run started for coins in the first place. It kind of just happened. And this is actually typically what I see when we have a bull run. There is no news associated. Things just kind of start going out of nowhere. Why? Because they don't want to inform retail when they're about to pump it. They want to go ahead, keep it from you so that they can pump things themselves, then later typically explain why the pump came. And this is why I typically tell people that, for the most part, not always, but